Once you have placed electrical devices such as communication, data, fire alarm, nurse call, security, and telephone devices, you can create a system for those devices. Doing so will allow you to circuit them if needed and create a panel schedule. In this model, I have several fire alarm devices placed, and I need to create a fire alarm system. To begin, I'll simply select any of the fire alarm devices. When I do, the ribbon changes to the Modify Fire Alarm Devices contextual ribbon. There is a Create Systems panel in the contextual ribbon with a fire alarm button. I'll click Fire Alarm to create a fire alarm circuit. When I do, the circuit is created, but at the moment, only one device is on the circuit. So I'll click Edit Circuit in the Systems Tools panel of the contextual ribbon. Revit enters into Edit Circuit mode, and everything on the screen goes dim, except for the devices on the circuit. Also, Add to Circuit is selected by default in the Edit Circuit panel of the contextual ribbon. So I can begin selecting fire alarm devices to add to the system. As you can see, each time I select a device, the element becomes bold, and I can easily see which components I have selected. In order to add multiple devices quickly, I can use a window selection. If I select a device by mistake, I can select Remove from Circuit in the contextual ribbon and then select a component to remove. Once all the devices that need to be on the circuit have been selected, we need to select the panel. In the contextual ribbon, I'll click Select Panel. Then I'll zoom into the electrical room on the west side of the building and select panel FA-1. When I do, the panel name appears in the panel drop-down on the options bar. With the circuit complete, I'll click Finish Editing Circuit. Now when I select a fire alarm device, there is an Electrical Circuits contextual ribbon that appears next to the Fire Alarm Devices contextual ribbon. I'll switch to the Electrical Circuits contextual ribbon. Now the Properties palette populates with the circuit properties. In the ribbon, in the System Tools panel, you can see the circuit name in the System selector. Also, if you want to edit the circuit, you can select Edit Circuit to return to Edit Circuit mode. Additionally, if you had not selected the panel for the circuit, you could choose Select Panel Now in order to do so. And if you wanted to disconnect the panel from the circuit, you could choose Disconnect Panel. In order to see each system in the project, you can look in the System browser. To open the System browser, switch to the View ribbon. In the Windows panel, expand the User Interface drop-down and select the checkbox next to System Browser. This opens the System browser, which is organized in a tree structure. Currently, the view is set to Systems and All Disciplines. However, you could change this to Zones or filter the view by a discipline. In the Unassigned branch, you can see that there are several items that have not been assigned to a system. I could continue expanding the branches in order to see the specific items. When an element is placed in the model with some type of connector, it is organized in the System browser under Unassigned, depending on the type of connector. Then once it has been added to a system, it is organized based on the type of system. For example, when I expand the electrical branch, I can then expand the fire alarm branch and see the panel that we assigned the circuit to. When I expand that branch, the circuit number appears. When I expand that branch, each device on the circuit appears. Realize that when you select a device in the System browser, it highlights in the drawing area. I'll close the System browser. In this example, we created a circuit for the fire alarm system. However, You can use the same process to create a circuit for the other types of electrical devices that can be placed in a Revit model, such as communication, data, nurse call, security, and telephone.